just the weigh-in. Manny Pacquiao taking on Timothy Bradley here tomorrow night at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Huge crowd. You can feel the anticipation building right now. Welcome aboard, everybody, and welcome inside here at the MGM Grand. Brian Kenny with Christina Poncher. Jalen Rose will join us in just a few moments. Christina, I know you've been here all week. What is the build-up? What's the buzz been like so far?
Since the day I got here Monday for the grand arrival, there has been so much energy here in the arena. There is posters everywhere plastered around the hotel. Everybody next to the posters, and I just think everybody's anxious for tomorrow night. And as you can see, they got here early because it is packed in here.
This is a legitimate world championship fight. This is a big-time event because here's Manny Pacquiao now, the #1 fighter in the world, pound for pound, the #1 fighter as far as excitement inside the ring, a worldwide phenomenon. And he is taking on not some big name who's past his prime, but an unbeaten fighter, a true junior welterweight champion of the world who is young, hungry, sturdy, mentally fit, physically fit. Timothy Bradley, well known by boxing aficionados. It appears if anybody is ready, Christina, for their big moment, it's Timothy Bradley.
You're exactly right. He's ready for his big moment. He's confident. He's trained harder than he's trained his whole life. I've been talking to him for the past couple weeks, going out seeing him work out, and he's so ready for tomorrow night. I asked him, are you sure you're not too over-prepared? And he said, I've been waiting for this moment for 18 years of my life. It's my turn to shine. I'm going to stay undefeated, and I'm ready to defeat Manny Pacquiao.
And I would also say that one of the most impressive fighters in the world that you'll ever see at a weigh-in is Timothy Bradley. You will never see anyone more etched than this guy. I mean, part of it is genetic. Part of it is he thinks of himself as his nickname, Desert Storm. No one will outwork this guy in the gym. He's got one of the more fabulous physiques in the business, and that helps him. He's going to have to be very sturdy against the most explosive fighter in the world, Manny Pacquiao.
That's exactly right. And the crazy thing is he gets on a vegan diet to train for these fights. So he doesn't eat any meat, just all vegetables, berries, nuts, everything that he's done. But he said it's given him so much energy, and it's allowed him to do 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day workouts, and he's looking to start right away from the opening bell and get out there and not take the first couple rounds off. He's got to start off right from the jump against Manny Pacquiao.
You can see Timothy Bradley is always in attack mode. He moves forward, sometimes with his head. That can get him in trouble, that can get his opponents in trouble, but he is moving forward. He is all action. That's one thing Manny Pacquiao said during the week, saying, I'm not going to have to go find this guy. I know he's going to be coming after me. So, I mean, I think that's the best combination for explosiveness, where you have someone who is actually running into the buzzsaw of Manny Pacquiao.
That's exactly right. Tim Bradley is not going to be running. He's not going to be hiding it. He actually said he's going to throw more punches, and he's going to outwork Manny Pacquiao. I don't know how many times you've seen somebody outwork Manny Pacquiao in the ring, but he's determined to be active, and however he wants to fight, he'll be right there with him, toe-to-toe, head-to-head.
Timothy Bradley, again, went up and had his showdown fight at 140 pounds, took on Devin Alexander, took out Devin Alexander to become the king at 140 pounds, the junior welterweight champ. As for Manny Pacquiao, we almost take for granted now, years later, what he has done. This is a guy who made his pro debut at 106 pounds. He was a world champion in the bantamweight area, in the junior featherweight area, then 126, then 130. And most fighters, Christina, once they tap out at 130, that's about as far as they go. You go to lightweight or junior welterweight at your own peril. We've seen some of the all-time greats, Alexis Arguello among them, actually step up too high in weight class and could not get past junior welter. Well, he went up 2 weight classes from lightweight, went to welterweight, and retired Oscar De La Hoya, and then knocked out Ricky Hatton, who was then the legitimate junior welterweight champion of the world. We almost take for granted this is a small man. This is a featherweight moving up and destroying welterweight.
What he's been able to do in the sport of boxing, moving up division after division, has been so impressive, and to be so dominant at each weight class along the way. And he's feeling so good right now at 147 and training for this fight. He says he obviously is in the best shape of his life, and the changes that he's made in his lifestyle have made him feel stronger. His recommitment to his religion, to his faith, his spiritual awakening, if you will, he said has given him more strength, and at 147 right now he feels stronger than he's ever felt.
He even said, I was surprised how revealing he was in the past week or two, talking about how difficult things have been with his wife. You mentioned that his children are going to be here, his wife is here. There's going to be some serenity behind the scenes, but I wouldn't mistake that for serenity in the ring. We've seen if anyone can flip the switch and be totally calm, be a warrior at peace with himself, and then turn into something monstrous in the ring, it's this man, Manny Pacquiao.
That's exactly right. In talking to him, I said, I know that you found peace, like you said. I know that your family is going to be here, but what are you going to do when you step in the ring? And he actually said, I'm going to listen to Freddie, I'm going to follow the game plan, and I'm going to be focused. And if he does that, it's pretty hard to beat.
Manny Pacquiao, again, has just torn through the upper weight classes over the last few years. It's funny, as they do this dance around each other. Look, we can say the name Floyd Mayweather, who is away right now, as they say. He's serving a sentence right now. He's away for 3 months. They've done this dance around each other, so it's a matter of who are you going to fight next? Who can be next if they are eventually, maybe, possibly, fighting each other somewhere in the future? Well, you see what they can do away from each other. They can make a ton of money. For Manny Pacquiao now, he is, again, I reiterate, he is taking on someone, this is the high-risk, low-reward. You're taking on someone that boxing fans have known for years, that fans in California, in the desert, have known for years. This guy is a little buzzsaw. This guy is hungry. He is never disappointed in the ring. He has gone through fighters that have been tested and came through forged, fighting fighters like Kendall Holt, and then Devin Alexander, and then coming up and now ready for the superstar turn. But that's a lot of risk, taking on a guy who's all business in and out of the ring.
That's true. And Tim Bradley, if you ask Tim Bradley who's Manny Pacquiao's next fight going to be against, he said it's going to be against Tim Bradley. He said it's going to be that rematch that's going to come up in November. But Tim is ready to take on Manny Pacquiao. He even mentioned Mayweather. He said, whoever's the best, I want him. I'm not doing this for the fame. I want that top spot, and I want to keep my record undefeated, and I want to be the best fighter, the #1 fighter in the world.
It's amazing that Manny Pacquiao could beat Juan Manuel Marquez, who is a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer. And somehow there was, for the very first time, less than exhilaration with the fans. I don't even want to say disappointment, because I certainly wasn't disappointed with the effort. But the fact that he has fought, life and death with Juan Manuel Marquez for 3 fights should show, hey, don't be disappointed that he had a close win in beating Marquez. But we still wonder, how great can Manny Pacquiao be if his head is clear, if his life is right? He's still a congressman in the Philippines. His life is filled, and yet we wonder. We've seen great things from him before that we've rarely seen in the history of boxing in over 100 years. Even the late Burt Randolph Sugar would say so. There's never been anything like this. So we very well may see something the likes of which we have never seen before in the sport tomorrow night.
That is the thing that Manny Pacquiao wants to prove, that he's ready, that he's not going anywhere. Let's go backstage to Jalen Rose. He's joined by a special guest.
Hi, I'm here with Freddie Roach, Hall of Fame trainer. Thank you very much for taking the time. Can you talk about the training this time with Manny Pacquiao and what you expect to see tomorrow night?
Well, we've had a great training camp. Manny's got rid of a lot of distraction in his life. Him and his family are happy. There's no problems in his personal life or work life, and he's in a great place right now. And I think we're going to fight the fight of our life tomorrow. I don't think we're going to lose the round.
You said something very distinct in watching 24/7. You talked about how Manny really has to prove again to the public that he is the best pound-for-pound fighter, because his last couple of fights didn't end the way you would have liked to see him in.
Sure, especially the last fight, Marquez. The thing is, it was very controversial and a very, very close fight. But, people say Manny's all done, but they don't know what he was going through before that fight. We cleared all that mess up. He doesn't have that distraction anymore. And you're going to see the old Manny Pacquiao back on track tonight.
When you're going against Timothy Bradley, a hard puncher, very elusive, talk about what you expect to see from him.
Well, Timothy Bradley, I think he's going to be a little bit resilient because he is undefeated. He's never beat before. So I think he'll last a little bit longer than most. But Pacquiao's speed and power is going to be way too much for him.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate you, Freddie.
Thank you very much.
Hey, keep in mind, Jalen Rose is 6'9". Freddie Roach is not 4 feet tall. Freddie Roach, a hell of a fighter in his day, and the #1 trainer in the sport right now. It's funny, you listen to the comments that Freddie Roach just made, Brian Kenny, Christina Poncher, and Jalen Rose here with you, and we're waiting to weigh in for Manny Pacquiao and Timothy Bradley. He never just talks in hyperbole. He talks specifics, and it is interesting what he just said there, that he doesn't expect to lose a single round against a legitimate world champion in Bradley.
He's got so much confidence behind Manny Pacquiao and the adjustments and changes, and they've been preparing for him. He's, you know, Freddie Roach. He has game plan after game plan after game plan. He's watched tons of film on Tim Bradley, and yeah, he is confident that Manny will win every round. In fact, talking to him last week and the week before, he's confident that he'll get a knockout.
And when he says that, you have to pay attention. I remember when Freddie Roach was telling me, no, I think he wins like 8-9 rounds against Oscar De La Hoya. And I thought, oh no, please, Freddie. I know you got to hype the fight. I know you believe in your guy, but it's just not going to happen. And of course it happened. So when he says that, he has done his scouting. He has that type of belief in his fighter. Well, you can feel the crowd right now. You can hear it. You can see it. Building an anticipation. One of the top superstars in the sports world, not just in the boxing world, as Timothy Bradley has now gotten up on the stage. Yeah, he looks exceptionally serious, doesn't he?
He does.